Own real estate in your IRA? How can I live in it? Hey everyone, Adam Bergman here, tax attorney and founder of IRA Financial. So if you own real estate in a self-directed IRA and want to live in it, enjoy it, take possession of it, what are your options? Well, number one, you're basically going to have to take a taxable distribution. You can't really sell it to yourself because that would trigger a prohibited transaction. So you basically need to do an in-kind distribution. And when it comes to doing an in-kind distribution, there's a few things you need to remember. Number one, value. You're going to need to get an independent value for that real estate. Why? Because the tax due, in the case of a pre-tax IRA, would be based off that value. Now, if you have a Roth IRA and you're over 59 and a half, and the Roth's been open at least 5 years, you can take that asset, no tax. Because it's in a Roth, you're over 59 and a half, and the Roth's been open 5 years. But if you have a pre-tax IRA and you're under 59 and a half, you would have to pay tax on the fair market value of that asset plus a 10% early distribution penalty. If you waited to your 59 and a half, you would just pay income tax on the value of the property. So for example, if you bought the real estate for $100,000 8 years ago and now it's worth $275,000, you would need an independent person to verify the fair market value. You would pay tax on that value of $275,000, which would be added to any other income you earned during that year, and you would pay tax on the aggregate amount of all your income on your 1040 tax return, and your tax rate would be based on the aggregate amount of that income. So a few things to remember. If you're under 59 and a half, beware of the 10% early distribution penalty. If you have a Roth, make sure you wait to your 59 and a half and the Roth's been open at least 5 years to take advantage of the tax-free growth. Otherwise, make sure you can pay tax on the in-kind distribution, and remember, you need to get an independent valuation of the real estate asset.